What's up, guys? This is Tony Martinez from the Fountain location of Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Today we're going to go over a 2023 Essex 4521. The color on this is one of my favorite coaches that we have on the lot. The colors are just amazing. I like the blues and everything. The color is called Westminster. So if you like this, I mean, the blacks, the grays and everything are all out there, but once you start throwing blues in there, super cool. So we're going to go over everything together. This is the Essex, which is the step down from the King Air, which is all part of Newmar's luxury line. So we'll start over here in the very front here. So once again, you have the 22.5-inch tires, alloy wheels. These are all Michelin's. The nice thing about these tires, they provide a good ride. And one of the things that we always get asked about tires is, you know, how often do you have to replace them? It's been my experience that you'll age one of these out before you ever wear it out. So just depending on the conditions that you're driving in or where you're storing it at will vary greatly as to how far those tires will last. So enough about the tires. We'll go back here. As we go back here, you have your fuel fill. Just like everything else on the luxury line, you have 150 gallons worth of fuel in this thing. So right below it, you have the docking lights. Once again, Newmar Essex. And then for 2023, the little push button door releases were exclusive to the King Air. Now you have them in the Essex, where you could just push the button and it kind of pushes them out and makes everything, just gives you a real clean look on the side of them rather than the handles. So this particular one is optioned with the outside freezer. It is on a slide tray, just like everything else that we talked about before on some of the other videos I've done. This slide tray does come out far enough to where you can still use it even with this slide out. We do have the slides out, so you can see how much room you have to get to your beverages, your beer, wine, food, anything like that. Has a large capacity. The slide tray makes it nice. Even when it's completely full, it's still pretty easy to push in and out. You do have some outlets under there, so plugging in any kind of accessories. If you want to come over here, Nick, also, I like these at nights too. So if you look underneath the slides, right here, you do have LED lights. So underneath the slide, you can turn those lights on and it gives it a real nice look at nighttime. So provides a nice little glow at night. Something kind of unique. And as you see, you just gently close the door and it just kind of sucks it back in if you want to get here. So pull it out, you can see the mechanism there. You just close it and it sucks it right back in. Your next storage tray, as you can see, it's a complete pass-through. All your trays are electric, so you don't have to manually pull one out or anything. You just hit the button on the side and the tray comes completely out. And as we look on the side here, you can see part of the luxury line too. They like to have the big windows. You can see these are flush mounted windows. Not only does it look nice, I mean, but it provides the big windows. You do have window awnings up above. I should have put those out, but there is LEDs that will come out that will provide shade for those windows too. You can kind of see the LEDs right there. And then up above it, you do have your slide topper, and up above that, you do have, in those rails right there, you do have two big awnings. So basically you have two awnings so the whole side of the coach is basically covered in awnings. Most of your other competitors only have awnings right here in the patio. Newmar goes over and above, and basically the whole side of the coach is awnings. As we go to right below the windows, you do have an outside TV. That's an option. Bose sound bar. So Newmar does everything with high quality products inside, so you won't see a TV that has some name that you've never heard of You have Samsung, you have Bose, which both are very high quality in the audio video department. Go to the next compartment here. Once again, you can see you have a pass-through. This is a bigger storage tray. Once again, it is all powered. Up above it, you do have some fixed shelving up above, some extra tiles in the event that you drop something on the tile and it cracks or anything like that. Newmar does provide extra tiles. And there's your power button to just pull everything out and push everything back in. And then once again, you don't even have to slam them shut, just push it and then it sucks it right back in. No slide tray on this one, but this one is a huge amount of storage. But this goes about halfway through the coach, because on the other side you could see that equipment over there. That's your Oasis system, but this does have central vac. You do have your hose accessories there, and most of your controls for your awnings and some of your other equipment. You do have outlets out here, so plugging anything in as far as toys or additional stereos or anything like that, you could plug it in all out here. If you look up above here, you have a camera here on the side. This coach does have the OmniView 360, so you have cameras that basically go all the way around. There's even a view to where it looks like somebody's looking at you from above. So I use that when I'm driving them, just so I can see all around me, so I'm not turning into anyone, or helps me in parking and everything like that. You do still have the turn signal cameras, but that 360 system is really, really nice. Next compartment here is just like your tool shed, so you can put fluids there, DEF fluid. It does have a pegboard, so you can store any kind of tools or anything like that. Right behind there is the tanks and everything, so any kind of tank issues, everything's pretty easy to get to once you remove that panel. With this being a 45-foot coach, you do have the tag wheel. Anything on the diesel line when you're at this level has comfort drive and passive steer. So these back wheels actually turn and move and everything so. Even though this is a 45-foot coach, I could do donuts in our lot right here. Our lot's not real big, but one of these times maybe we'll demonstrate it. But I could do a full 360 in this parking lot without risking hitting any of the coaches behind me or any of the cars over here. This right here is your DEF tank. This too you can fill from both sides. So you have 150 gallons of fuel, 15 gallons of DEF. So your actual tank is on this side. The other side is just a fuel feed area. So this right here is on the Spartin chassis. This is the K3. So in the luxury line, the only way you can get anything in the luxury line now is on the Spartin chassis. So if you like this line of coaches, get used to this setup, because this is the only way that it comes now. But they make everything pretty easy to get to, so you can see it. You're not reaching over anything hot. You have your 2 chassis batteries, your disconnects here, and everything. So pretty nice setup, pretty clean, pretty easy to get to if you decide to do some of your own maintenance. As we go back here, this is the 16-liter Cummins, 605 horsepower on the K3 chassis. I want to say 1950 foot-pounds of torque. This thing will tow 20,000 pounds. So if you have a stacker trailer or anything like that, the hitch actually is set up for it. So if you wanted to put a camera system on top of in your trailer or anything like this coach is already set up for it. And with the 605 horsepower, this thing will tow 20,000 pounds. In order to get 20,000 pounds, I mean, in some of the other, you'd have to go with the Super C. There's not a whole lot of buses that'll tow that kind of weight. As you go here, you can see, with this being the bigger motor, I mean, they stuffed it in there, but still, you have enough room for a technician to look at things and to get to the items that may need serviced or anything like that. So a lot of room in here. Big motor, big power. This is the big boy here. Like I said, this is second from the top of the line in Newmars line. But if we close that, you can see once again you have your camera there. That's all part of your 360 camera system, so you know, just from a safety aspect, you can go all the way, see all the way around you and everything like that. One of the things that it's been raining here in Colorado lately, and we've had some coaches in service. The one thing that I like about Newmar is they have a gutter system inside of those rails up there. So most of your coaches, if it's raining or snowing, they just have gutters that come on the side, and then you've seen the streaks that just basically etch the paint and everything, and it just looks real cruddy. But Newmar does it to where they have a gutter system and they have tubes that come down, and so any water that's up there drains down below your coach. You don't have to worry about this beautiful paint getting etched or, you know, water coming over or anything like that. Everything drops down below, so you can maintain your coach and it just stays good looking for years and years and years. Right here we have the egress door. That's typically right behind the toilet. It's an emergency exit, so once again, God forbid something happened in the front of the coach, you can safely exit out of the back. And even though this is probably about, you know, 5 feet off the ground, there is, on the bottom panel of that door, there's a ladder, so you can safely climb out. You don't even have to jump out or anything like that. Newmar puts the big radiator on that. The big radiator, that's what keeps that 605 horse cooled. Right here you have the other side of your def tank. Once again, that's 15 gallons on your def tank. Right here is just a storage compartment for any kind of like your sewer hose or anything like that. It is all plastic in there, and you can see in the very back there's holes, so it's easy to wash out and everything like that, so you don't have to worry about it getting all moldy or cruddy in there. So we go to the next compartment here. This is your wet bay. So you can see Newmar does an awesome job of doing their wet bays. It's everything as far as what it is all laser etched, so it's not going to be a sticker. It's not going to be anything that's going to wear out over time. So 10 years from now, when you open this bay, you're still going to know everything that as far as what is what, I should say. So this, all the instructions and everything as to what it is all going to be there. Newmar does this on the Essex too, where you have like a radiator system, so if you have a water leak or you need to diagnose a problem, you can shut off those individual areas of the coach, so you don't have to shut off everything on the coach. It still remains functional. If you do have an issue with a particular area of the coach, you do have your water on a power reel, so that makes it real convenient. This does have the SantaCon system, which is like a pumping system for your sewer hose, so it'll actually pump things uphill. So in a camping ground, if you're not on level ground or the dump isn't below you, that still allows you to dump everything. You have your water tap, outside shower, a whole house filtration system. You have just about everything, and everything is clearly marked, so there's no guessing when it comes to any of that. Let's go to this compartment here. That's your power cord. It is on a power reel, so you don't have to wrangle moving everything around and manually doing it. You just push the button and it comes. There is a exterior, so if you didn't want to put the power cord through the little slot there, you can put it down below there, just so you can keep this compartment closed when you're using it. You do have some outlets and everything in here too, so once again, Newmar makes everything pretty convenient. This right here is your Oasis system. This is what provides heat for the coach alongside of the heated floors and the heat pumps and the air conditioner. This system runs on electric or it runs on diesel. So either way, the nice thing about this, with it having a 2-element type of heating system, this will basically provide you unlimited hot water if you're hooked up to a water source. If you're not hooked up to a water source, you have to live within your 105 gallons of fresh water when you're out dry camping. This right here is the other side of that pass-through. This too is powered, so you could get to your items from either side of the coach without any problems or anything like that. And it makes it real nice to where you don't have to crawl up underneath the slide to pull the handle. You have your button right here on the door that makes everything, and you're clear from the slide and everything. So this next compartment here, the other half of your pass-through. Everything is on power slide trays, so it makes things get... Now we're gonna be stuck. Wonder if my other door's closed. Well, we'll leave that one open. We'll figure that one out in a minute. As we look here, this is the power of all of your house sides. So you have lithium batteries, so you have 640 amp hours worth of lithium there. There is room for a third if you wanted to add. You have twin 3,000 watt inverters, so you can actually run an air conditioner just on battery power, so you don't have to run the generator all the time. And then right in the middle there, you have your little squeegee to clean any of your windows or anything like that. So this is huge. Lithium is starting to become very, very popular, and it's a very, very efficient system because you have 100% power all the way to zero. So it's not like a conventional battery where, like a flashlight, your batteries start getting low, the light gets dim. Not with lithium. It's all out to zero. Right here's your last compartment here. This has your fuses. Everything is clearly mapped out. You do have your generator slide tray control there, so that's where you would want to take out your generator and everything. I tell my folks not to mess with anything in this compartment because you can mess things up pretty easily if you do something wrong in this compartment. We go to the front here. I have the generator pulled out. This is a 12,500 watt generator. So this will power everything in the coach and then some. So you can run everything like you would be if you were plugged in. You can run everything off of that generator. You could see your windshield wiper fluid, some of your oil filters and so on, fuel oil filters, so on and so forth. They're clearly marked on the exterior of the generator, so they're real easy to get to. You do have your hot water line right there in the red, and right to the left of it you do have an air hose, so if you need to blow up your tires or put some additional air in your tires, you just plug your hose in there. We briefly talked about this in my other videos too. If you look at the front here, one of the easiest ways to designate if something is in the luxury line is no windshield wipers. Everything is hidden behind the cap there. So if you look at some of my other things like we did before, you know, my Dutch Star, my Ventanas, my Northern Stars, everything will have the windshield wipers exposed. So as you're just looking, the easiest way to tell the luxury line is just the hidden windshield wipers. Right above there you have part of the 360 camera system, so that is a super, super nice feature. And then as we go in, everybody that I've ever talked to, when they see those steps, they love those stairs because they come real close to the ground. There is a sensor in there, so if you're parked next to a curb or you're standing too close, there is a sensor in there that will stop and retract those stairs, so it's not going to run you over or crunch your steps on a curb or anything like that. So everybody loves these kind of steps. And to get these steps in the Class A's, you're looking London Air and above. So London Air, Essex, and King Air will all have those steps. So as we go in, I'll let you go in first, Nick. So we have the slides out, and this is the Algonquin decor and the driftwood glazed maple as far as the wood and everything. We are not plugged in, and I don't know if you can hear this on the microphone or not, but there is an air conditioner running. So that's how I was saying that 640 amp hours of power, along with those twin 3,000 watt inverters, will allow you to run this air conditioner without being plugged in. So as we're looking here, this is the nice setup here. You have your ottoman that does have some storage. This is an option. You do have your couch here, another couch here. That is the sleeper sofa. So in RV terms, if you have somebody here, you can actually sleep 2, 4, 6 if you wanted to. You do have your TV on a televator. This does move up and down. Let me go here, so we can put the TV down. Part of the luxury line and everything. Big windows, very big windows, so it allows a lot of light in, you know, depending on the spot that you're camping in. It's huge. You can see everything. You do have a little bit of storage up above for your audio video equipment. Once again, Samsung TVs, Bose sound bars. You do have additional storage. You do have your touch pads all throughout the coach, so you don't really have to get up for anything to turn on or off or anything like that. You can do everything from the touch pads. You do have quite a bit of storage. You do have all 20 volumes of your owner's manuals with Newmar. And let's do this again, because this is something that I'm pretty proud of. My team. So I'm at the Fountain location. Fountain is probably 5 miles south of Colorado Springs. This year we earned the Diamond Award through Newmar. There's only 8 dealers in the country that have achieved this award. My team is awesome, and I would put them up against anybody out there. They work their butts off to get this. I'm so proud of them for doing this. And if you're ever in Southern Colorado and you need some servicing, make sure you come down here and see us, because we'll definitely take care of you. So as we go on from there, you do have the heated tile floors. So everything will be heated. As we go into the kitchen, you have some, I'll open up all the cabinets so you can see everything in there. Let me show these. So you have storage there, an area for your sponge and washcloths there. You do have your slide drawer with your trash can. Slide trays on this side for anything that you needed to put in there. 2 big sinks. Stainless steel sinks, one larger than the other side. Residential quality faucet. So Newmar doesn't spare any expense when it comes to their units, and I think they're nicer than anybody that's out there. You do have your Bosch induction cooktop. So with this being an all-electric coach, you know, no more propane to worry about or anything like that. You do have to have magnetic pots and pans in order for this to use, so just keep that in mind. You have your microwave / convection oven. Large capacity, very large capacity, so anything you need to cook. Right below it, you have your utensil drawer. Newmar does provide everything you need. Controls for your Bose soundbar, controls for your airbed. They do have some touch-up paint for you. All 10 remotes of your TVs. Once again, Bose soundbar. Bose soundbar. Universal remote. And some other things to make changing your water filters and stuff a little bit easier. Right below it, we do have your dishwasher. Large capacity. Some folks use it, some folks don't, but even if you don't use it, it's a nice place to put your pots and pans and everything, so you're not having to take up any space in the other drawers. In the luxury line, they do hide it so it's not sticking out with the stainless steel face like in some of the other coaches. So on the higher end coaches, Newmar thinks about stuff like that. They want everything to be aesthetically clean. You have some storage right next to your microwave. Some really deep kitchen drawers here. That one, same length, just a little bit deeper. Everything is soft close. As we go around to the other side, you do have your dining room. This is the booth dinette. You do have some storage down below on both sides. In your luxury line, your table does not push down to provide additional sleeping. That's just the way that it is there. Once again, big windows, everything. The table is expandable, so if you need to sit more than 2 people, there's some leaves underneath the bed that will provide some additional length with some chairs, so you can have more than 2 guests. So we step back a little more, you see that black compartment door there, that's for your central vac system. And then on the other side over here, you have your electronic dustpan, so you can just sweep up everything in there. And then the hoses on the other side, or hook up right here. This right here is your half bath. It's pretty roomy. The toilet is facing east-west, so even some of you taller owners will have plenty of leg room even with that door closed. You don't have to worry about bumping your legs or anything like that. Nice medicine cabinet. It's very well lit. You do have a window to vent. You have the ceiling fan up above to vent some of that stuff too. Single sink. Quite a bit of counter space for a half bath. What do you think, Nick?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit, huh? So as we close that, go to the other side here. You have your large pantry. These do have slide drawers. These are adjustable. You can see this one is adjusted a little higher, so you can move these wherever you wanted based on what you had to, what you were storing inside of it. So that makes everything real nice. Your refrigerator, nice high-end Bosch refrigerator, plenty of capacity. You do have water in the door. Big freezer, ice maker. Like I said, Newmar doesn't spare any expense. They use all name brand stuff in any of their products, so it's not anything that you're going to see as some brand that you've never even heard of. So, and then when you get to this level, it's real high-end appliances and everything. As we go into the master bedroom, you do have a king bed, nightstands on both sides with wireless charging capability, so you just put your phone on and it will charge your phones. I had it working earlier. So anyways, wireless charging. You do have a little bit of storage on both sides of the nightstands. And an outlet in there and everything, so you can plug in your cell phones or anything like that. You do have additional storage underneath the bed. You do have the folding chairs that we talked about to provide additional seating in the dining room area, and then the 2 leaves that we talked about earlier to expand that table to allow the space for 2 additional folks to eat there with you. This is the air bed, so you have the ability to pump up one side or the other at different levels depending on whether you like to sleep on a hard mattress or you like the area a little bit softer. You do have storage up here. Once again, you do have the outlet, and then you do have the exit port over there on the side. So if you do have a CPAP machine or anything right here, you can run your cords through either side and have the ability to plug in your machine in the middle. Here on the other side, you have some cabinets here for storage. That top shelf there is just for your audio video equipment, dish receivers, anything of that nature. Down below, your dressers. And it's the same with the drawers right below. Then you do have this window does open. This is your emergency exit window here, but once again, you don't need to use that because you have that egress door or anything like that, but that's just a backup just in case something is maybe blocking that door. As we go into the bathroom here, the 4521 has a huge bathroom. Before you come in, I'll open this. You have your stackable washer and dryer. And for an RV, those are pretty large capacity washer and dryer. And as you come in, you do have the double sinks. Believe it or not, double sinks is a big selling point to a lot of folks. That's like the Dutch Star 4369. The big thing is double sinks. So you have the double sinks, the double bowl sinks. You have some area for soap or anything like that. You do have some storage down below on both sides, and it is lit. Then you have plenty of drawers in the middle for his and hers items. Everything soft close. The shower, if you look at the shower, huge shower. You do have the optional bench, so that folds down so you can sit there and the ladies can shave their legs or do anything like that. You do have the Aquamizer system, the raindrop little faucet there. The Aquamizer does tell you when hot water is available. It's a recirculating pump that tells you when hot water is available, so you're not wasting water, because water is a valuable asset when you're camping. So it's not like your house where you have to wait a couple minutes for hot water to be available. This system will tell you. You have your toilet there. Once again, your egress door right behind it. And then I'll scoot over here. Huge closet. This one has an option with a safe. You do have some adjustable shelves on the side. So plenty of room for all of your items. And then as we finish up, everyone, this is the 2023 Essex 4521. My name is Tony Martinez. I'm at the Fountain location of Transwest Truck Trailer RV. So if you have any questions on anything in our inventory, or even questions with something in one of the other stores' inventory, we all share it so I can get you the information. I'd love to deal with you. So give me a call when you get a chance, 719-423-9813. I'll talk to you soon, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.